So let us today understand the organizational context for AI and AI governance in our series on AI governance. Welcome to my YouTube channel where you have been watching new content on data privacy and artificial intelligence governance. And as I said, let's understand the organizational context with respect to artificial intelligence first. Start with the organization. Understand what the business is. Identify where are they using artificial intelligence. What purpose is artificial intelligence solving for them? What is their strategic objective? What is it that they are trying to achieve out of artificial intelligence? Are there any limitations? Now, these limitations are not necessarily being spoken about from the artificial intelligence output point of view. They are being spoken about from the idea that are there some gaps or some risks associated with it. For example, if it is not secure and there is a chance that the data that you feed in for its analysis might get broadcasted somewhere or shared somewhere else, there would be a breach. It could be private, personal, privacy breach. It could be organizational transactions breach. So understand these things and then define the scope of the management system. Then the internal context. What is the business strategy? What is the level of maturity of the artificial intelligence being used in the business? What is the existing governance pattern within the organization? It's very important. Is there a compliance department? Is there a compliance head? Are we having internal legal teams? What about our IT teams? How are they keeping things secure? Are we having firewalls equipped enough to handle artificial intelligence? What are the skills and resources we have within our organization? Is our IT, again, it's important. Is our IT equipped to handle security with respect to artificial intelligence? Performance with respect to artificial intelligence? Do we have sufficient compute power available with us to handle the quick output of artificial intelligence? And what is the overall organizational culture? Are there people who want to sit on an Excel sheet for days, or they are okay to push it in AI tool and get a quick output? Now that could be varying because there could be people who are used to working like that. The first example, vis-a-vis people who would like to get a quick result from the first example so that they can have an oversight and move on faster. And you need to understand and create a context internally first and then get out and see what are the laws and regulations in my country with respect to artificial intelligence. What does the market expect? Does the technology change frequently? Well, does the should not be the right word, right? So how do we handle that? Technology will keep changing. How do we handle that? What are the industry practices in handling such tools? And what is the overall supplier ecosystem that helps with respect to artificial intelligence? So, who are the interested parties? Customers? Well, yes, they'd always love to have quick and better results. Use artificial intelligence or whatever, but they would question you if their data gets compromised or if the output is not as good, and I repeat, good, as what would have been manually. What about employees? They would also love to get quick answers. All, both employees, vendors also actually, would be concerned, will be happy to get quick answers, would be happy to get quick outputs, and would always be concerned about the security of information. Some may ignore because they don't understand, but it is important. What about regulators? Well, for them, they have to check what are you doing. So they would like to handle it that way. Business partners, like I said, vendors and the AI service providers, they also need feedback. They also need to improvise on their tools regularly. So define the artificial intelligence management system scope, AIMS. Set very clear boundaries. Consider the business activities. Include relevant artificial intelligence systems. Reflect on the dependencies that you have and document the scope to see what is happening and what is not happening. That's something which is the most important thing that you have to do in any governance mechanisms. Key takeaways: context comes first, most important. Until you establish the context, how do you move on? Context will help you build the entire stuff. Every organization differs. Everyone has their own way of working. Same tool may work differently in different organizations. Stakeholders are the one who shape the governance system of an organization, and scope needs clarity. Cannot ignore clarity when it comes to scoping of any tool, governance of any tool. And the governance, of course, therefore, has to be actual real governance. So that's about the context establishment for artificial intelligence. I hope you like the content of the video. Please press the bell and the like icon, subscribe to the channel. You'll get a lot more information about artificial intelligence, data privacy, their governance, and their implementation practices. Thank you.